Now, I do go over the whole steps and the whole process on how you should do things, y'all, inside the academy. But once you are my student, guys, I do prioritize my students. So you are going to have to invest into yourself, y'all. This is not going to be something that's going that's going to come free. Now, after we do that, you guys, I'm going to already be using these lashes that I've already been lashing with, because I'm not going to get out a brand new strip. So I'm about to go ahead and start making these fans. If you do not know how to hand make, it's going to be something that I will go over. But the whole purpose of you guys on how you're going to make a fan for real, you guys, is with your tweezers. So everything, y'all, everything as a lash tech, you guys, you are going to have to make sure it's quality, because if it's not quality, you are going to struggle, and that's not something that you want to go through as a lash tech, especially beginning. Now, if you are already a lash tech and you got your supplies in front of you guys, check y'all tweezer. Make sure you guys don't have any gaps or spaces. That's going to be one of the things that's going to cause you guys to struggle if you do have any gaps or spaces in the middle of it. I was never always good at doing this at first. And when I first started to get into the volume fans or whatnot, y'all, I started off with the pre-mades. So, you know, I like the idea of the pre-mades, you guys, but over time, I figured that it was not quality. Y'all, and it was damaging my clients' natural lashes, so I didn't want to have to use those anymore. So I decided to learn how to hand make my fans. Once I learned how to hand make my fans, you guys, my lash sets just started to look a lot better. That's how you're going to be able to do natural looking lashes and things like that, y'all, just by hand making your fans. So like I told y'all before, anything you handmade, you can always charge a lot more for because it's handmade. So if you learn how to hand make your fans, y'all, that's going to legit make your lash set look a lot more better. So I don't really too much care for the pre-mades. If y'all using those, learn how to hand make your fans. Now, like I told y'all before, this is a very tedious service, so you're going to have to practice, especially on the mannequin. So the whole purpose, y'all, of this mannequin is to actually prepare you for the real person. So don't be so hard on yourselves, y'all, when it comes to this mannequin. You just need to practice. So it's preparing you for the real person, so when you start working on real people's eyes, you remember everything that you was doing on the mannequin. Okay? Now, I do like this mannequin, you guys, because this right here, it has a lot of lashes on it. Like, I love this mannequin. It gives a very, like it was a real person. And it has 2 layers, so that's the reason why I like a mannequin like this. Just because it's like a real person eyes. And you get a lot with your practice. Technique that I'm doing, y'all, is called the pinching method. And yeah, this is legit. This is the only method that I'm doing, y'all, when it comes to making my fans. When you're my student, this will be something that I will be teaching y'all on how to do. Now, I do teach my girls the hard things first as lash techs, y'all, because again, you can learn the easy things first, but if you learn the hard things first, y'all, it'll be a lot better. Because anything you learn hard, you can always just perfect that and just learn as you go, y'all. It's really easy when you got the right tools and the right training. So it doesn't matter, y'all. You see how I had to turn the mannequin head? Do not be so hard on yourself, you guys. So when I'm lashing, I'm not lashing like this, because realistically, you're going to have to tell the client sometimes to tilt her head this way or tilt her head that way. So do not be afraid, y'all, to change that head around as many times as you need to make it easier for you as a lash tech. Okay? You have to isolate every single lash when you're lashing or doing lash extensions, y'all, because that's just what you have to do. We cannot sit here and just place the lashes on 2 different or the same or 3 different lashes, y'all. That's going to really have a play in the client's natural health of her lashes. So just make sure you guys are always isolating every single time. Right now, you guys, I'm doing like a light volume set on this mannequin. I'm just making my fans throughout the whole set. Currently, I'm using 16 mm to make these fans. Now, the longest length, you guys, that I go up to is 17s. I do feel like anything after 17s, it does look crazy to me. And I don't want to be doing those type of lashes. So I have a limit on what I stop my set, which is 17s. But y'all, to each his own. Everybody got their own business who does lashes and whatnot. But that's just me personally. This technique, y'all, it really took me about 6 months to actually get confident in doing this. I did not have no mentor, did not have nobody teaching me, or really, I took a volume class, y'all, and it was helpful, you know, but even when I was taking the volume class, y'all, I did not feel confident. Like, I didn't really feel like I was getting it, especially the pulling the lashes off, because when I first started lashing, y'all, I started doing classics first. So when you learn classics first, back then you would have to learn classes first, and then you have to take a separate class to learn volume, because they was not doing it like all together. So I learned classic lashes first. That's what I started back when I first learned how to do lashes. And then once I got the hang of doing classic lashes, I went and invested into a volume lash class, and learned how to make fans. And yeah, y'all, even after that class, I still didn't feel like I was confident in myself. It went out with my fans. So y'all, it really took me like 6 months to get confident in actually feeling good in my abilities to do a volume set. Because like I told y'all before, y'all, I started with the pre-mades, and the pre-mades was cool. I really like the idea of the pre-mades, but ultimately, y'all, they have a thick base on them that even if you can't even slim the base down, even if you wanted to. So yeah, I just was like, I'm gonna have to learn how to hand make my fans, and then once I learn how to do that, my lash sets just start coming out a lot better. My clients had better retention. Their lashes look a lot fuller. Like, I like volume, but I like volume to look very natural, not so heavy looking. Yeah, I actually like doing volume, you guys. I really, really, really love doing volume. Classic lashes is easy, but it does take a lot more skill. It takes a lot more skill set to do classic. I'm not gonna lie, but I do like volume. Volume is everything. So I got a few lashes on here, y'all. As y'all can see, we still working. We still working on the eye, but it's a few lashes on there, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It could be a little tricky too. It could really be a little tricky because the lashes may look like it's a little closer up or a little further down sometimes, but you're gonna have to kind of play around with it. And then once it's actually on there, just make sure the placement is on there. Y'all base on the extension, y'all. You gotta make sure it's on it correctly. See, I'm making my fan. And again, when you got a good tweezer, y'all, you're gonna be able to make fans. If y'all ain't got no good tweezer, the tweezer as a lash lick, y'all, is your lifeline. So if the tweezer is not picking up the lashes correctly, or when you're picking up, it's making all the lashes tilt and turn and all that. If you're going through that, you're gonna have to get another tweezer, y'all, because you do not want to have to struggle while your client is sitting right there in front of y'all trying to get her lashes done. That is going to be so nerve-wracking, and you just gonna be over the whole service. And when I get glue on my tweezer, y'all, it's like a little trick that I do. I just take my isolation tweezer and I just go like this. It's like a little trick that I do, y'all, but it's not gonna have an effect on your tweezer either, y'all. So just as long as you just try to just get the glue off, your tweezers is still gonna be good. I've been doing this for almost 9 years, y'all. My 10th anniversary is coming up next year, but I cannot believe I'm saying it, y'all, but this is crazy. This is art, whether y'all know it or not, y'all. This is art. It looks so good, so natural looking, and we ain't even done yet. Okay. Looking good, looking good. And like I told y'all before, y'all, the more you do this, you guys, the easier it's going to become. It's really like muscle memory. So I was not good at doing this, y'all, right off the bat. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. But the more you do this, y'all, I promise you, ladies, it's going to get a lot easier. And y'all going to be able to do this. I love this so much, y'all. This is all I do is lashes. I'm very passionate about what I do. Again, if y'all do need help getting started, you guys can join the academy in my bio. We are about to wrap it up, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get started with my next student. Y'all feel free to follow me on all platforms at AshleyMinxs. You can also follow me at my lash page at Minx Lash Brand on TikTok and Instagram.